And thank you all so much for your patience. We are back with more Slurpathon. Quickly before we get things going on with the Earnest of Evans, I do want to remind everybody that Slurpathon is raising money for Extra Life, uh, which raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Proceeds go to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation. And those funds, you might be wondering, well, they gotta be restricted, right? We're only filling up their kitchens with potatoes. That you're wrong. It's actually unrestricted funds. It's not just potatoes. They could put that money to whatever they want. They could put ketchup. They could use it to make lemons. Maybe they don't want food. Maybe they want equipment. Maybe computers. They're able to do that. And
computers have chips.
They might want to put some new chips in their computers. That's true. And of course, as a reminder too, if you do decide that you want to help support this very important and wonderful cause, we've actually got some incentives to, incentivize you, such as we are trying to reach the $150 goal for the Boss Song Showcase and Cross Beats. Alongside that, Axiom Verge has the All Bosses mode. And if you didn't get enough princess saving from Super Mario World, I mean, there's one more princess that can be met or that can be rescued if we get $250 saved up for Dragon Quest. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyways, I do believe my friend here, Zelu? I'm sorry. Zell, you have the wheel. Tell us about this game.
I'm not sure why you're letting me steer and drive, but okay. Hi, everyone.
I don't have a license. I have a learner's and I don't drive anything, so okay. It's better you than me.
I don't know with this game. Anyways, I'm Zelo or Zello, however you want to say it. Never matters. So, for whatever reason, Sparko put this in the schedule, so I guess I'm obligated to run it. So this is Earnest Evans. This is a game made by Wolf Team. It's part of the Earnest Evans trilogy. Interestingly enough, this is the only game in the entire trilogy where you actually play as Earnest Evans. So this is going to be fun because Malif has never actually seen this game before, and you're going to get some great first impressions from her as we play through. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
I thought you were going to say that this is a trilogy.
My game froze. Just kidding. So, due to the game's great programming, if I'm holding a direction when I hit start, then the game never actually starts. Because Earnest Evans.
Oh my goodness, they're just exploding sausages.
Yes, so this is basically what if Quap was a platformer. So you get
I'm sorry. Quap?
Yes, Quap, the great limbo game, as I like to call it. So I'm trying to do this weird little jump clip up to the top here. This is a relatively new part of the route. If I don't get it soon, we're just going to go the other way. So I got the first part. We're going to try and bounce our way up. Whenever you die, you don't have collision. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do this trick. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to die and squeeze right through the door and bypass needing the key. And now we're going to fight the avocado of death in this temple here. So the avocado bounces around, but interestingly enough, it doesn't bounce around the circle. It bounces around where you have the camera edges. Oh, and now we're going to be escaping in a very Indiana Jones sequence right here. So we're going to see if we can get some boulder boost. There's a boulder. Yeah! Get that boulder boost. And that's the end of the first stage right there. So this game being on Genesis has lots of blast processing, and that's and that's great because this game is extremely laggy. This is an extremely laggy game even with the Genesis blast processing. So we're going to do everything we can to reduce lag by killing those vines.
Are those arrows coming out of its nose?
Yes.
This is a meme game.
It is a very meme game. But you know what? Meme games aren't complete without full equipment. And that's why we're going to pick up Indiana Jones hat. So now we are literally the greatest explorer since Indiana Jones. It also gives us the neon whip or the sausage whip, as you see right here. And what good is a speed game without clips? Not useful clips, mind you, but we have clips like this. Look at him go. Anyways. So, damage in this game is very interesting. There's no invincibility period or anything. It's just if a hitbox is overlapping with something, you take 1 damage per frame. That means anything that looks threatening like bullets or arrows, they do like 1 damage and then disappear on impact. Anything that would touch you like these bugs do 1 billion damage because there's no invincibility frames. Also, whee! Getting launched by a spike.
Woo!
So health management is very important in this run. If you end a stage with less than 2 full bars of health, then you get restored to 2 full bars, which is pretty nice. I get 5 continues at the beginning of the game, and if I use all those up and lose another life, it's game over, hasta la vista. So we're going to hopefully not have an accident like that happen. So, Millie, what do you think about all of the fluid animation and the great stick figures?
It's very. There's just a ribcage bouncing on the floor.
Yeah. Somebody was a big fan of Mortal Kombat and Kano fatalities.
Everything is very fluid. It's like, how does this control? Is it actually like co-op or is like?
It's actually surprisingly very, very good. By the way, rocks do more damage than whips. But yeah, the control in this game is actually very fluid as a whole. It's just there's a little quirk of when you need to stand up, you need to come to a complete stop in order to actually stand up, which is important because running is faster than crouch walking.
So this is a 2D game with ragdoll physics.
Yes, very yes.
That is actually really cool.
So we're gonna pick up the Morning Star. I guess I could talk about the plot a little bit right here. So we're gonna talk about the U.S. version of the plot because it actually differs between JP and U.S. So in Earnest Evans, in the U.S. version, this is actually the second game of the story, and you are playing as treasure hunter Ernest Evans, grandson of Ernest Evans. This is actual lore. So we're basically a treasure hunter hunting temples and mines for objects and artifacts, and we're going to stop a dark god from appearing, etc, etc. So hopefully we're going to get this quick kill coming up on the boss here. I need a sound cue for this, so hopefully he won't troll me. That's a bad position! Oh, I still got the quick kill, nice. So the beam actually came right down on me, but we were able to still get the quick kill. Also, I'm going to do this really great trick of holding left right here. There, I just skipped half the stage. Because Ernest Evans.
Good job, dude. Who needs half the state?
No, you don't need anything. You know what? You know what the best boss for a level with a bunch of gangsters is? I think it's a coal monster.
No, that sounds pretty accurate. That sounds exactly...
A very laggy coal monster at that.
So this coal monster, does he just like... Does he eat the coal, or is he like... Is it one of those illusion things where he's like pretending to be coal inside of coal?
I think he burns the coal, I don't know, but escaping
is his name coal?
Maybe. Well, escaping from a train by taking a plane is definitely the best thing you can do, so... If you have an emergency situation to escape from a train, make sure you have a plane on hand.
I'll remember that.
Anyways, this level's pretty short. All we're gonna do is just get past these great value guiles, and hopefully they won't flash kick me. And then the boss is this airship. It just fires bullets, and as I said earlier, bullets do, like, basically nothing. So I think I dropped my wallet down here. Let's go have a look. Maybe it fell down this crevice here. No, maybe. It's trying. Evans is trying. He's trying.
I think I see something. I think, yeah, no, oh, never mind.
So of all the stages in the game, this is one of the most likely to die in, which is not a big deal. I haven't had an extra death yet, so we're pretty good on live so far.
I like this stage. It's got that, yeah, those are like mushrooms. You've got this gloomy atmosphere, little bits of light peeking through. Insectoid monsters just chomping at your face viciously. Oh, okay, and we're done.
Yeah, don't worry. You know what's more important than fish and the boss? This foreground chain. Very important.
Okay, it looks really cool. It's hard to pay attention to anything because it's very distracting, but it's very cool.
Yes, and now the Arachnotron is just moving around, and now he's dead, and now we're going to do an action roll! Alright, let's see if I get this actual trick coming up here. Nope, didn't get it. So, I was gonna do a quick swing over this tree, but you know what? We still have things to get around the tree. We're just gonna roll right through it. That's how you just get around trees in real life. And now we have rock on a stick as our weapon.
Best weapon.
And what's better to deal with rock on a stick? We have Google Eye Worm. And oh boy, he's tearing me up. It's like, look at that worm. It's so adorable. So if you don't kill the worm, the actual boss at the end of this level doesn't actually appear. That's fine, taking that death. So we needed to kill that worm anyways. So now we're just going to get over here. We're going to bash this plant into the ground. And interestingly enough, the rock on a stick does do more damage behind you than it does in front of you because logic. And we bash that plant in the ground.
You're just helping put it back in the ground.
Yeah.
You're just pushing it down.
Yep. So I don't want to play this stage, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
And I'm just going to let you figure out how that works. And we're going to we're going to move on to the worst fight in the entire game.
Look, I've done enough speedrunning. I've seen enough of these things. I could ramble about what happened there, but I think it's better for us just to appreciate this fish monster.
Yes. So this fish moved away faster than me, and this fight was really good. This fight usually takes 15 to 20 seconds longer. That was actually a really good fight.
Perfect.
So that brings us to the final stage of the game. This is just a boss rush right here.
Well, wasn't this whole game just a boss rush?
It may as well have been. Alright, so we're gonna avoid a bunch of lag. That spirit right there releases a ton of eyeballs, so we want to get it off screen as soon as possible. And then this guy just throws fireballs at us. He's not threatening at all.
I like how you crawl on the ground and you just whip things.
Yep. The adventurer's way. Alright, you've got time for a quick donation or announcement if we have any.
Let's see here. What do I have to say? I can remind people about... I mean, what is Extra Life? Just something you might be wondering. I'm always wondering because my short memory means I forget my script sometimes. So, I've got the script to read that reminds me that Extra Life is a Children's Miracle Network Hospital's fundraising program that empowers the gaming community to make a difference in the lives of local kids. Participants fundraise year-round, including a 24-hour gaming marathon, an annual gaming tournament in early spring, and a weekend of tabletop gaming. And of course, we absolutely cannot forget about Slurpathon, what is going on here.
Oh, this is the final boss. That's time.
Oh, I was clicked away reading a thing!
It happened very quick.
It's deleted. Great.
So, yeah, that's Ernest Evans in a nutshell. And our reward is watching Ernest Evans getting chased away from a boulder Indiana Jones style. With the great, 4 frames of animation right there.
He's got, banana arms.
Yeah, that's how you run. You just do the arm pumps. Samus eats your heart out.
He's not even doing arm pumps. They're, out, and he's just twisting his upper half like a top without... Yeah, he's just twisting his upper half while he keeps his neck straight.
Look, are you really going to try and argue with ragdoll physics?
Yes!
Okay. So, I want to talk a little bit about the staff of the game real quick. So you have the director and programmer, Bugtaro. He was actually pretty relevant because he did actually go on to be the lead designer for Resident Evil Code Veronica. So Capcom probably took a look at his resume and just saw, Ernest Evans, you're hired. And I didn't really get to talk about this game's fantastic soundtrack. And you can see the composer is actually Motoi Sakuraba, who you know as the composer of many, many great games, such as the Tales series. So this game's staff actually is pretty fantastic, and they've gone on to do some other really great things. And it's just nice to see, here, this is what we started with, and then we've ended up somewhere else 30 years later. So, anyways, like I said, this is a trilogy of games. I do recommend playing El Viento, which is the second game of the trilogy, or first if you're playing the US version. That game's actually really cool. Please do not play Annette Futatabi. But we have one last thing to do while we sit through the credits, and it's just kind of a Wolf Team tradition. There's just one little drum at the end, one little clap that happens. I don't know why. We're going to try and match that clap on my end and see if it actually syncs up. It's...
Yeah, I'll get ready and I'll try to join you. I'm going to be horribly off key, but...
But we have to watch, our hero Ernest Evans, he must surely escape from this boulder, right? This never-ending corridor right here. Surely the hero always wins.
Oh yeah, he's going to come out perfect.
Oh, no, I guess not.
Well,
I was a little late on it. That's about as close as I could get. Alrighty, y'all. That's it for me for running. Thank you, Malik, for the great reactions as we go through. Thank you all for watching. I am out for runs, but I will be back for Crossbeats hosting later, so stay tuned for that. But I'll leave it to you, Malik.
sounds good, and thank you very much. Stay tuned, everybody, as we are not done yet. We've got plenty more coming down the pipeline. As up next, Bucky O'Hare will be run on hard mode by Junkyard Dave, and joining you on host will be Tempest. Stay tuned.